It's been a while since I've talked about Sonic the Hedgehog. I love the Jakks-Pacific toy line. I think they are the best Sonic figures that have ever been made. I think they are killing it. They are doing amazing stuff. And they have merged two of my loves, Sonic the Hedgehog and freaking DC. Yes, this is a Shadow the Hedgehog as Batman figure. Apparently this is a toy line coinciding with like a comic book collaboration between Sonic the Hedgehog and DC. So, obviously, there's more than just Batman here, because I'm talking about DC and not just Batman. The Shadow doesn't like to stand, by the way. He's just, he's a little back-heavy. Yeah, there's other characters, other Sonic characters as other heroes. Yeah, Shadow as Batman is the perfect character combination. They're both black, brooding, shadowy edgelords. And this 2-pack actually came with a Batman as well. So we've got Shadow as Batman and Bruce Wayne as Batman. Yeah, very, very cool, very interesting. Very hyped about those. We will definitely take a closer look at those. But also, there's a larger figure... line. They actually did some of the more articulated 5-inch figures. And the only one that I have so far, I'm definitely going to get the larger Shadow as Batman, but I had to get Sonic as the Flash. I mean, come on. These are the two most iconic, fast characters combined. And this figure looks, feels, and is absolutely awesome. I absolutely cannot get enough of it. And I was tempted to get all the characters in this larger scale, but I decided this larger scale, I'm just going to have Sonic and Shadow. Like, I'm just going to do that. Shadow's not out yet, but I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not interested to get Shadow in the big multi-pack with Darkseid and everything. I don't need such a massive collection of all these characters. So I got the small ones. There are blind bags as well. And these are the 2.5 figures available in blind bags. I've got 3 of them here. I'm definitely hoping that I get all of the characters I'm really wanting out of these. Very, very excited to see how that turns out. So we got some blind bags, and Knuckles was not available in the blind bag series. He comes with Superman. Knuckles is Superman. It makes sense. They both have red in their color scheme, and they both can fly. So, yeah, it makes perfect sense for Knuckles to be Superman. I have a lot of different toys to talk about in this video, so I'm trying to think about how I can do this. I think we're going to go ahead and start with one blind bag, and then we'll review one thing, and then we'll just kind of alternate. How about that? Alright, so here is one of our Mystery Hero blind bags. This is Series 1, so I'm guessing there's going to be a Series 2. Looks like on the back we can get Sonic, a small Flash Sonic, Amy as Wonder Woman. We could also get another Shadow as Batman, and we could get Tails as Cyborg. There was a Tails as Cyborg available, like, in a figure 2-pack, but I decided I'm gonna try my luck to get the Tails. Alright, so let's go ahead and see who is in our first pack. There's a nice little convenient tear tab. Looks like we've got... Oh, let's go. We got... I almost said Shadow. We got Sonic as the Flash. You can see they actually packed them in these little plastic capsules, so you cannot feel which figure you're getting. Oh my gosh, even though I've got the larger one, I love how the small one turned out. Look at all the little flash lines on him. Even the little logo is printed so well. And these blind bags are only $5. For $5, you're getting a standard Jakks-Pacific Sonic, 2.5 figure with all of the same kind of articulation that we've come to know and love with these little guys. I personally don't think that Sonic figures need to be super articulated, at least not all the time, because their designs are just kind of so simple. Like, boom, there you go. You've got the main pose you need for, like, a Flash Sonic, This looks incredible, dude. I'm so happy with this. I love the little flash arrows on the ears. This is great. And like I showed in the start, I do have a standard Sonic I can compare it with. That looks so cool. I absolutely love how they look together. That is fantastic. And if you're wondering, for those that collect this line, this is one of the standard Sonics, but I did a head swap with the Sonic with, like, the Infinity logo running legs, and I think it looks much better. But yeah, man, I'm so happy to have the little 2.5 Sonic, because it's like, I gotta have the characters. Like, I want all of them, but I don't need all of them to be really big. And having this opportunity to collect them in the main scale that I actually collect for Sonic the Hedgehog stuff is fantastic. I mean, look at those. Oh my gosh. Well, I guess while we're talking about Sonic the Hedgehog as Flash, we might as well talk about the bigger figure. So yeah, for like $15, you can get yourself a large, super articulated figure of essentially all of these characters. Single packed right now, you can get Sonic as the Flash, you can get Amy as Wonder Woman, and you can get Silver as Green Lantern, which is really cool, and again, a perfect character choice. There is a multi-pack that comes with a Darkseid figure. You get the Sonic again, you get Silver as Green Lantern again, and you get a Shadow Batman with a light-up chest, which I'm not really interested in a light-up chest. So I'll just wait for an eventual wave 2 of these where I can get a more articulated Shadow as Batman. But yeah, like you can see, this articulation is fantastic. His head is on a ball joint, but given how heavy his head is, it's mostly going to function just as a swivel, but you can see you can have it look down just a little bit. His shoulders are kind of on pivots, but it's very, very slight. He's got ball hinges at the shoulders, swivels at the bicep. He also has a hinge and swivel at the elbow. His wrists are on swivels, and they can open and close. He does have a ball joint at the torso, which I wish was much tighter, considering the fact his head is super, super heavy. His hips are on ball joints. They're not on ball hinges. As you can see, if you move them just a little bit too far, they are going to pop out. Thigh swivel, hinge and swivel at the knee. And his feet, you can swivel them around, and they are on hinges and pivots. So yeah, the articulation on this is absolutely fantastic. And again, the detail is insane. I'm loving all the little line work. It looks fantastic for Sonic as Flash. It looks so good. I love how the eyes are printed very nice and cleanly, the little black line for the mouth. This is an excellent design, too. Like, it's kind of odd seeing Sonic being red instead of blue, but it works. It really, really works. And to bring in this tiny one, you can see the tiny one actually retains pretty much all the same detail. Like, it's crazy just how detailed the tiny one is, too. Oh, these are awesome. I do have to say I prefer the bigger one because it is far more articulated. And for a Sonic as Flash, like, you want to be able to get him in some very, very dynamic poses. Again, I feel like these figures accomplish the simple stuff. But for such an iconic, like, collaboration, the two fastest characters in all of fiction, yeah, I definitely had to have this in my collection. I put him in this pose and I realized it's essentially just like Sonic 3D Blast. Like that is like the vibe I'm getting from this pose. But you know what? I'm going to stick with it. He actually is compatible with a McFarlane base. So if you want him with a base that says DC on it, there you go. That works. With our larger Sonic Flash out of the way, let's go ahead and open up another blind bag. I'm definitely hoping I get a different character this time around. And looks like, yes, we did. We got Amy Rose as Wonder Woman. Very interesting how I'm getting all the characters that I want. It's almost like there's codes on the bags or something. Wonder if there is. Boop! Oh, wait, was that the codes? Was that... You'll never know. So yeah, Amy Rose as Wonder Woman. Again, this kind of makes sense because they're both strong female characters. I mean, who else is going to be Wonder Woman? Who else? Yeah, this is very cool. I love the tiara on the head. That looks very nice. It's kind of interesting. She's not smiling. Amy Rose is usually always happy, so it's kind of interesting why she's, a little bit more serious this time around. I love how they, like, translated the golden skirt with the stars on it to, like, the Amy Rose skirt. Not exactly sure why they gave her a cape. Like, typically Wonder Woman isn't always with a cape. But it seems like you might be able to remove that if you want. You could probably, like, pop the head off and the cape's a separate piece. Same articulation as all these little 2.5 figures. It's cool. She's got her little gauntlets, which is nice. With this small figure, it doesn't look like you can, like, cross her arms, but it's definitely very cool. Interestingly, this is one of the few Wonder Woman figures I have in my collection. I think I have 3 now. This is my 3rd. I've got the DCUC, the Old School Justice League, and now this one. So, yeah, very, very unique figure in my collection, being one of the only Wonder Womans I have. All right, there's another blind bag. Let's go ahead and move on to Shadow and Batman together, because this is very, very cool. So, like I said, Shadow as Batman is the perfect character combination. I really appreciate all the detail on this. Like, even the boosters on his shoes are fully painted. It has internal purple in the cape, which is nice. Again, has like the shadow rings, which just kind of adds an extra layer of color, and it matches well with like the Bat logo and the utility belt. I love the gray stripes on the head instead of the red stripes, because I think getting rid of the red in Shadow's color scheme was definitely a good choice to make him Batman. This is so cool. And again, like, you know, just the character, like, he already has little ears and everything. It just works so perfect, man. This is, whoever came up with the idea to do this collab, I think they realized, like, so many Sonic characters are already kind of superheroes. Let's just make them DC heroes, you know? And honestly, as much as I enjoy this Shadow as Batman, I am honestly a little bit more impressed and interested in the Batman as Batman. So in case you don't know this about me, I am a Batman figure hoarder. I have so many different Batmans from so many different companies, from Kenner to Mattel to McFarlane, and now I have one from Jakks Pacific. How interesting is this? So yeah, it's kind of like the Rebirth design, and the Rebirth design has kind of grown on me over the years. I wasn't the biggest fan originally, but I like the purple in the cape, and I like the Bat logo and everything. It's the more modern comic book Batman design, so I definitely get it. I really do enjoy the sculpt on this. Like, I think the musculature is really nice. I'm wondering if it shares a buck with Superman. I have a feeling they might just share bodies, but he does at least have unique, like, gauntlets. He does have unique boots as well, it looks like. One thing I'm really appreciating is that he actually has like some muscle definition paint application. Like you can see like on the shoulders and on the thighs, that's actual paint to define the muscles. And that looks really, really cool. When it comes to other paint application, it's pretty fine. You know, he's got some lines. He's got the Bat logo. I think the eyes are painted pretty nicely in on this guy. My main issue is some of the articulation. Not all of it, just some. So starting from the feet up, because that's the best part, and then this is where it kind of, you know, has some issues. He has amazing ankle articulation. He's got some really nice ankle rockers, he's got a good hinge, and he has a boot swivel. His knees are full-on double bends, so you are getting everything you want out of that knee. He does have a very interesting white number on the back of his ankle. He's got a thigh swivel, and his hips move all the way out, and they move forward fantastically. So his leg articulation is amazing. His torso is okay. He's got a ball joint down at the base, and it does get you like a little bit of a crunch, as well as the ab crunch. Like you can see, you're getting a bit of a crunch, but not a ton. You actually get a decent amount back, which is really cool. And you do get some tilt side to side as well. So this is where we start having some issues. His wrists are fine. They're on hinges and swivels. His elbows, they're okay. They're double elbows, but how they kind of sculpted the gauntlet, you're pretty much just going to get 90-degree bends. This is where the mess begins. So he has like bicep swivels, but they're just kind of big and cumbersome, and they're kind of going to get in the way. His shoulder itself is fine. It's this right in here. He doesn't have enough clearance to move his arms all the way straight down. He looks so weird, and I can already tell Superman's going to have the same problem. Yeah, you can't move the arms all the way down. Very disappointing. His butterfly joints that you see in there, completely useless. Like those, that doesn't do anything. And then his head, it's essentially on a hinge and a swivel. So, like, the swivel, I'm sure, is a ball joint, but it functions just like a swivel. So, swiveling it side to side, you can see it's kind of at a bit of a weird angle. It's just kind of at an odd angle, and the hinge is not going to help you with that. So, like, if you want him, like, brooding, looking off to the side, like, it's just not going to work. Because this hinge is just limited to being forward and straight. So, like, straight down, that looks fine. And, like, he can look up really good. I'm sure you saw with a lot of his articulation. If he had, like, if you could spread his cape, like, he would have an amazing gliding pose. I would love to see this guy with a cloth cape. I think you look fantastic in a gliding pose. But his head's just kind of awkward to work with. It's just kind of awkward. I'm not seeing any sort of extra joint to, like, get it to turn a different way. Like, I'm trying to angle it and everything. It's just not budging. So, yeah, this figure is really good in a lot of ways. Mostly, like, this area. But then once you get to this area, you're just like, what happened? I mean, Jakks still makes some great stuff. But they're typically not in the market of making, you know, superheroes like this. So, I guess they kind of just didn't really know what to do at a certain point. That being up here. You know what? I'm going to save the final mystery till last. I'm going to save that till last. We're going to open Knuckles and Superman. I did want to show off one of these boxes because I think the box art is really cool. I love seeing the characters together. I love the DC crossover with Sonic the Hedgehog. It's right up there. It's just a nice box. And you get a little bit of a bio and everything. And there is the Cyborg and the Tails right there. The Cyborg didn't look bad, but I don't know. I didn't feel like I needed all of the characters. I figured just Batman and Superman were fine. All right, going ahead and cracking this one open. We can see, yeah, they're looking good. Every company's got to use these freaking ties, man. Why? Is this like, did these companies get like a deal with the big tie makers? All right, I want to go over Superman first because I feel like it. So I'm initially curious, does his leg articulation function? Oh no. Oh no. Just immediately trying to move it forward. Do you see all that stress in that joint? Oh my gosh, this guy almost broke right away. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good, guys. Yeah, your figure shouldn't immediately try to break. My Batman had no joint issues. You can see this hip's moving forward totally fine. But this one, the peg started to twist before the hip would actually move. So I'm not going to move that one anymore. Yeah, it seems like the leg articulation is functionally the same as Batman, which is awesome, which means it's good, except for the fact that it almost broke on me. Oh, wait. Oh, gosh, I just totally expect that to break. It's stressing me out, dude. His torso seems to function about the same. I swear this is the same body. Is this the same body? No, it's not. I can see Superman's thinner. It's not the same body. Huh, is it the same torso? Maybe. Maybe the same torso. Kind of hard to... No, wait, it's not. No, because Superman's pecs are bigger. Wow, it's actually a completely unique sculpt. That's surprising. These guys do look good together, though. They do look very, very nice. The world's finest, made by Jakks Pacific, of all companies. All right, his elbow range seems to be a bit better this time around. Oh my gosh, it's stressed again. It's stressed again. No, why are we stressing, Superman? You're stressing me out. You're stressing me out, Superman. Oh my gosh. He does have the hinges and the swivels at the wrists. His shoulders. Seems like his might be even worse. So yeah, pretty much non-existent butterfly. And how far can we get his shoulders down? Not that well. I mean, they're kind of down, but it's pretty much the same as Batman. Now, I'm noticing an extra cut in the neck. Does that mean he might actually have some better head articulation? Yes, it seems like his head is moving a little bit more normally this time around. He does have a hinge, so if we want him in some Superman flying poses, that actually works out very, very well. Yeah, that looks nice. That looks really nice. You could have one arm drawn back a bit like he's about ready to punch or something. Yeah, that's cool. I'm noticing, though, with that extra break, does he have an additional neck joint? No, he does not. It's just kind of plugged in there. But it does seem like his head is a little bit straighter than Bat's. Just a little bit. And here is his partner in Sonic crime, this being Knuckles. I always loved how Knuckles in the original games kind of, glided around and everything. It's kind of fitting for him to be the flying superhero. I'm noticing a very odd, mold mark right on the top of his head. But regardless, yeah, he's looking great. Same articulation as all the other 2.5s. Seems like, oddly enough, though, this leg only wants to, move out unless the boot swivels, which usually they don't on these. Usually they don't. Very interesting choice. And again, look at how easily this is stressing. I just moved the joint. Look at how much that's stressing. Now, normally, when plastic stresses like this, when it's softer plastic, all you need to do is just kind of hit it with a heat gun or something, and it'll go away. So I'll probably do that after the video. I'll probably heat these guys up a little bit because they're having some serious stressing issues, and they should be all good after that. But these are nice. These are really nice. Oh, nice. It has a sculpted S on the back. I was just thinking, so many Superman figures don't even have the S on the back. And I think if we move his stuff out of the way. Yep, Knuckles has it too. He's got the S on the back. They didn't even forget it on Knuckles. That is so awesome. I love seeing it. I love to see it. Yeah, this Knuckles is fantastic. We've only got one main roster character, and that is Tails. I wonder if we'll have it in the blind bag. I've gotten pretty lucky so far. I don't want another Shadow, don't want another Sonic, don't want another Amy. Don't know what the mystery is, not too worried about it. I just want Cyborg Tails. Alright, let's go ahead and see. Did we get Cyborg Tails? Yes, we did! Wow, I'm so lucky. It's almost like there's codes to these things. Whoop! It's gone. It's gone. Yeah, there's codes. There's codes. It's right there. There's the codes. Look at the codes if you want these. Actually, though, funny enough, if I would have just pulled these out without even looking at the codes, I would have gotten all three. The first three I looked at were Sonic, Amy, and Tails. How insane is that? How insane is that? I would have gotten them anyway. Now, Tails as Cyborg is another great character choice because Cyborg is the brains of the team. He is the technological one, and Tails, I mean, there's already the whole, like, 9 Tails thing from Sonic Prime, so, like, we've already seen a touch of, like, a cybernetic Tails, and this one is looking very awesome. Definitely love this. Does have a ball joint at the 2 tails. Same articulation as all of the rest. And overall, I'm happy that I have like the core Sonic cast. I personally don't consider Silver a core member of the cast. I personally don't. So I'll take it whenever it comes out. But I'm just happy that in all this, I've got the main heroes. So overall, what do I think about this whole Sonic the Hedgehog DC collab? I think it's awesome. Now, granted, the state of the toy industry is wild right now. Everything's a collaboration. You can buy a Skeletor Megatron. You can buy a Sonic the Hedgehog Flash. What else can you buy? A Ninja Turtle Transformer. It's crazy. Everything you can buy that's just a collab nowadays. Thundercats, He-Man. There's everything. Everything's a collab now. But honestly, I think it's kind of nice and refreshing to see like all these brands and all these toy companies kind of come together in a time that's, you know, often found to be very competitive and non-collaborative. Toy companies are really coming together a lot. Like Hasbro and Mattel are closer now than ever. And this shows that even like DC, like Spin Master's the one with the DC toy license. How's Jakks Pacific making these? You know, it's so awesome seeing how the licenses can be a little bit looser nowadays. I mean, a million companies are making Ninja Turtles toys. I think pretty much every company has made a Ninja Turtle figure. Hasbro, Mattel, McFarlane, Playmates, NECA. they've all done it. But honestly, out of these, I'm really happy with these. I do have a couple little complaints, mostly the shoulders on the superheroes. The heaviness of the head on the big 5-inch Sonic is kind of a problem, but it's livable. You can work with it. And also some of the stressing plastic on the Superman ones. I don't know why. Is it just because it's like blue plastic? Does it just stress easily? I don't know. But yeah, the 5-inch offerings are fantastic. The 2-packs with the hero and the figure are fantastic. Those are $20 each, so $15 for the figure and $5 for the little Sonic character. And the little 2.5 figures, the little blind bags are $5, which is in line with the little 2.5 Sonic figures this whole time. And they have codes on them. They have codes on the back. I've been joking about the codes, but here are the codes, more accessible for you to read, look at, reference, whatever. I just Googled Sonic DC blind bag codes, and boom, Google just showed me the codes, and I was able to get all the ones I wanted. I'm really hoping we see a wave 2 out of all this. Some of the characters definitely need like their hero to be mixed with them. Sonic still needs it. Wonder Woman still needs it. Green Lantern still needs it. We definitely need more of the 5-inch ones. We still need Shadow as Batman. We still need Knuckles, and we still need Tails Cyborg from the 5-inch ones. And from the blind bags, we still need, I guess, just Green Lantern. Is that the only one? Unless they want to make more. I'll take more. Sure, give me more. Alrighty, guys. Well, that is it with my video on these. I think they're fantastic. I love them. It's just so fun. And it's fun to talk about Batman and Sonic again together. Very interesting. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Special shout out to channel members as always. Thank you all so much for the continued support. Have a great one, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.